What we have here today is a TIG welder, which we have been needing. Don't mind if I do. I ended up buying one of these bad Jacksons, and it is pretty. It's a lot more slender and narrow than I had originally anticipated. One thing I do need to do is run 220 to the garage. I just kind of came to a point where I knew I was going to be doing fabrication myself, and I wouldn't want to take any of Ross's time to do every little itty bitty thing that I needed, brackets, you know, whatever. So this is what I decided to purchase. So this is Everlast 185. We've got frequency up to 250 hertz AC, and we go up to 185 amps, obviously, and it's only 125 on 120. 120 as in plugged into the wall versus 220. Finally, last night, got the old 240 wired in the garage right there. So now we can plug in, well, it's a converter, this guy. So the Everlast is here, so we can plug this guy in. Oh, also got some fire suppression stuff. You always want that. I had to drop some serious coin to get all the bits and pieces for this frickin' monster and get it all up and running. So this is gonna be my makeshift welding table. Wait till you see this. I'm telling you, this is there we go. I shit you not, this is my welding table. For the time being. Okay, we're finally to a point where we are ready to start practicing. I actually had this cranked up to 185 amps, and after just quickly tapping it, fucking made a huge dimple in this pipe. So I kind of showed you the power of that. Didn't blow through it though, so we're down to 80 amps over here on the welder. So. And you did it right from the start. So I've done a shitload of crap welds all over this thing, but look at these. Oops. That's not bad, right? I think that one's probably my best one so far. I mean, this is literally just like me screwing around. I mean, I'm pretty pleased. I think I have a bad ground connection here because the arc keeps blowing out, but we're making progress. So today, after weeks of research and really not being able to make a decision, I finally did make a decision today and bought this belt and disc sander for from Harbor Freight. It seems like pretty good quality. I've seen other guys use it in a couple videos, and for what I'm doing with the TIG welding aluminum, I need to be able to cut pipe and then bevel the edge so I can bring those pieces of pipe together. And so mainly using this guy, that's what it'll do for me. I'm also doing a lot of woodworking, and depending on what belt you use, this can be used for both. I'm not doing any kind of like super heavy duty metal work other than, like I said, prepping stuff to be welded and stuff like that. So as you can imagine, I'll have a radius of a pipe end, and I'll just feed it into here, and I'll be able to bevel the edge so that when I bring the two pieces together, you have two beveled edges and drop filler in there real nice. Let's see if we can cut some pipe and give this thing a whirl. So I've now beveled the edge. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but I've made a little bit of an edge here, beveled edge, so that when you bring the two pipes together, you have this little valley. Well, you can see that. But you have this little valley that you can drop filler into, rather than just being two flat surfaces. So here's what we ended up with. It's the one closest to the end. I got a little contamination from that tape. Burned off all the sticky crap, but. So the throttle body pipe's gonna be comprised of primarily this piece, cut up of course, but this angle here is gonna be so extreme that I got this 180. Okay, well, after messing with this a little bit and actually getting them both in the couplers, I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to make this work. The fitment here isn't stellar, but you know, it's pretty straight coming off the throttle body there. Ideally, these would just sit where they're supposed to go, which isn't too bad here, so. Might trim this side down a little bit. So, I don't know. That's not so bad. That just about fits up perfect. Almost. There you go. These should kind of land naturally where they are intended to go. Okay, my battery's about to die, but here's the pipe. I scrubbed it down just to show you the weld. It's not too shabby. Fitment is, it's okay. I wish this were a little more straight on coming out, but you know, it's not terrible. Not terrible. So here's what we got going on. We got a couple of random pieces of 3-inch intercooler pipe. Gonna try and make this a straight shot and then bank around this reinforcement bar here, but I think I want to make this bend happen over this rather than after it, if that makes sense. So this bead should happen closer to here, so there should be like an inch off this end, so I'll probably go ahead and cut that. Okay, after cutting that, you can kind of see what I meant by making this turn happen here to conform to this shape. You know, wrap around this guy a little closer. Get ready to weld this up. It's a little close here. It's a little close, but I'll probably end up making a little bracket here and maybe actually drill into that and make a, you know, a little bolt that goes in there to keep it from clanking and also support the pipe since it's such a long run, as you can see from there to there. So let's TIG her up. I went in and TIG'd up this pipe. I added a little, I don't know, 45. I think it turned out okay. A straight black coupler there, straight there, into the turbo. My only concern, like I said, was clearance here. It's very close, but you know, like I said, we'll make a tab or something that'll, I don't know if we'll run a bolt in here or make a bracket that like goes out here, but we'll make sure that's isolated and mounted so that it's not making contact with that and rubs through. So next we'll be adding the blow-off valve flange. I don't know if I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put it on the intercooler, but I'm glad to say that I'm now welding aluminum and I can take care of all these little things. So anyway, tune in next time. Have a good one.